washed out the blood like it was never there.
Oh, hell. Who brought you back from the dead? Well, 'tis the season, so while you're here, welcome to In the Kitchen with Rosie. I'm your hostess, Rosiebush, and with me is the ghoulish, terrifying Ev3-All. Spooked. Anyways, so today we're going to do something extra spooky. We're going to make some gingerbread men voodoo dolls. Or voodoo dolls. I don't want to offend anyone with voodoo. Voodoo is actually quite a nice thing. It's a really lovely spiritual practice.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. But we're going to bastardize it today.
I'm here to help.
Yeah. Thanks. So, first step is to make some gingerbread cookies. Make some gingerbread men. I'm not going to show you how to do that. There are a million recipes online. There's a million videos. Make your own damn gingerbread cookies, okay? Well, first things first. You want to hand me one of those gingerbread people? Yeah, lick it good and get the soot all over it. Yeah. Now, these are working voodoo dolls.
Fantastic.
You can think about whoever you want while you're jamming toothpicks in it.
Do you have someone in mind?
I do. Benediction. She knows what she did. So the first step in icing our gingerbread person is to fill the pastry bag with icing.
Oh.
Have you ever filled up a pastry bag with white cream before?
I don't touch things.
Okay. So here's the way to do it. You're gonna make a little cone, you're gonna fold down the sides, and you're gonna hold the inside of the cone like this, so that there's a nice sturdy area to put things in. Okay. So we're gonna take our icing, use whatever, you can make your own icing or just buy it. It's like $1 or something, just buy it. You're gonna take a good dollop, a good generous dollop, and just jam it down in there and smooth it on the sides here. A couple dollops.
One more.
One more. Okay. All right. Okay. And once you have it in there, you're just gonna pull the sides back up, and then you're gonna do this thing here where you're just throwing all the icing down to the bottom so that you don't have any air bubbles. And I just got it all over. That's fine.
Yay.
And then you're just gonna twist. Okay. You can use this one.
Awesome.
I'm gonna give you this one. And then I'm gonna show everyone how to make a pastry bag if you don't have an actual pastry bag. Just take a Ziploc baggie, like a freezer bag. And then you're gonna put the icing in the same way. It's not gonna be as clean and nice. Down in the bottom here. And you're just gonna twist it up and cut off the end. And you have a pastry bag.
It's lovely.
Lovely. Okay, so now we're gonna ice the gingerbread.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna grab one for you. Let's pick this one, but I do wanna point out. So if you're not a very good baker, and I screwed this one up a little bit, his head came off, so you just make it even worse. They're voodoo dolls. They're supposed to be creepy and spooky, and then make their arms and legs go all akimbo.
Akimbo's
It's
a
cute.
good word.
Akimbo, yeah. So I'm gonna set him right there, but here's one for you. I'll use this one. And so we're just gonna ice you can do little X's over the eyes like this. Dead little voodoo dolls. Just X's here and there. Boop, boop, boop. And then little sutures maybe. He's got his little chest sutured closed. Little spooky things. Maybe a heart.
That's where I'm gonna stick that hand.
Yeah, do you know what you could do too? Make some little circles like this. And then you have little boobs.
Oh, nice.
It's a little girl doll now.
Well, I have little boobs at home too.
And then, of course, the last step is to just simply imagine your enemies, real or imagined enemies, and then just stick these little pins in here. Where do you want them to really hurt? Oh my god, it's so cute.
I need some little pennies.
You're so cute.
Oh,
Here's some pens.
for now.
Yeah. Who are you thinking about?
Oh, I feel like it's telling what I wished for on my birthday. I just better keep it to myself.
Oh, okay.
But I guarantee they feel this.
Oh!
So super therapeutic. Show me on the voodoo doll where benediction hurt you.
Around here, she has a little merkin here. Isn't that cute? Those are horrible little boobs. I've been doing this one for years.
Oh.
And that's how we make a Ben doll. I mean, a voodoo doll.
Well done.
Oh God, what is that? Why, it's our next guest, Geno.
Yay! Trick or treat, mother tuckers!
Thank you so much, Geno, for coming back to the show. What? Oh, look
My
at this.
pleasure.
What are you making today?
Well, I'm here to tell you my favorite thing about months that end in burr is drinking.
You could do that also in January, Burr. Right?
Correct!
Yeah.
So today is no exception, of course. I've brought to you here, you've heard, of course, of pumpkin spice. Girl, she's canceled.
Oh.
Apple is where it's
Apple.
snappily. I would love to introduce to you both an alcoholic and a non-alcoholic addition
Excellent.
to your October delight.
Okay.
Spooky.
I love it.
So, first things first, let's go into the alcoholic version.
What did you call me? Go on.
So, it's a spooky twist on a classic. I've got for you not an old-fashioned, but a jack-app-fashioned, wherein we start off with 2 ounces of Jack Apple. Y'all, this is incredibly exclusive stuff, like black market level in terms
Exclusive,
of
black
yes.
market. I like those words.
Just now being rolled out to the public, which,
Okay.
of course, you're not a member.
I'm not. I'm not the
elitist.
public. Thank you.
Let's be honest. But let's get us rolling with those 2 ounces of that Jack Apple. We're gonna toss it here into our little stir. I want to toss in as well simple syrup. You know that from your old-fashioned recipe. I'm going to do here just a ½ ounce. So I'm gonna flip it over to this side. These particular simple syrups that I've got for you delicious ladies today are actually clove infused.
You made this yourself.
Oh gosh, well, it's pretty simple. Even a drunkard can do it.
Okay,
You start
let me know.
with just the 2 parts, equal parts of water and white sugar.
I have those. Okay.
Toss in anything that you want or forget to get out of the pot beforehand, like cloves, and you've got an infusion.
Oh, lovely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Okay. It does. It smells like a golf cart.
Indeed, Sean Blacks are back again. No, you didn't hear that from me. It's all about apples this season, darlings. I'm gonna just infuse and mix these 2 together. I'm gonna strain it on out, and I'm gonna toss it off with 2 garnishes because you're worth it.
Oh,
You
well,
both
thank
are.
you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna pour this on out and toss just over top
Little twist.
our orange peel, exactly, just a tiny little bit of that zest to give it that bitterness. And then last but certainly not least, no fall would be complete without cinnamon.
Canela.
Just a light dusting will do.
Okay.
Now, of course, I would never pressure anyone within the community to choose alcohol over anything. Good news is you can get all this apple flavors without alcohol.
Oh my God.
Any interest for you, my dear?
Absolutely. I personally don't drink, but it's only weird if you think that affects you. So my not drinking is just my thing, and I would love to try your cocktail without alcohol.
I like that.
I'll continue drinking.
So, how's about this? Let's do an apple ginger beer. I've got cock and bull.
Fantastic.
If it works for you.
Okay, that works for me.
We're gonna do about equal parts there of that ginger beer. I've also got this fun new Angostura seltzer. So
Bitters. I had a whole thing about bitters in another episode, the last episode you were on.
and
I love bitters. And they keep mosquitoes away. I will reiterate that. Go ahead.
it's so important. It's just as important now as it ever was. I mean, West
They're
Nile isn't
rampant.
going away.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably not.
Zika.
Zika?
So another half of this is gonna razzle dazzle you up here, and then you just fall back in line with the rest of the recipe, wherein we're tossing in some of those clove-infused simple syrups.
Cloven.
It's like the hooves.
Like my feet.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna, of course, still garnish it off on top with that orange zest, as well as fall.
Well, I want to thank Geno for another lovely drink and another lovely time. Thank you so much for being here today. We'll go back to where you came from, and we'll just continue with the show. And you forgot your drink. Oh, she's getting it. Okay. All right. And I also want to thank my lovely spooky guest, Ev3-All.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
It was fantastic.
You're always welcome in my house. Only if I invite you in, though.
I can't come in otherwise.
Exactly. Okay. I will see you next time on In the Kitchen with Rosie. Have a spooky, lovely Halloween. I'll see you next time. Okay, bitch. You've had your fun. Now it's time to go back to the grave from where you came from. You're starting to stink up my house.
Boo. Oh, scary. Meow. I used to be dead. Oh, okay. Bye. Grown. If you know what I mean.
Thank you so much for coming, Eve.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. I had the best time.
You're welcome. Have a lovely evening. What? God damn it!
Oh, my darling, naive, led astray daughter. You can't have a Halloween special without me.
If you enjoyed this episode of In the Kitchen with Rosie, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and if you want to be notified of the next In the Kitchen episode, hit the notification bell too.